What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Average Bros Media. Today we are once again going to be working on the 350Z, and we're going to be getting that interior finally dialed in with the last few small pieces. Let me show you what we're working on. Alright, first thing we got to take care of is this shift knob. It's been bugging me since I got the car. It's like a, I don't know if it's like 3D printed, but it's like a Delrin style shift knob. It just doesn't really look good in the car, especially now that we got the brides and the quick release in here. So I picked up a new shift knob. Let me show you what I got. All right, so I've been super hyped on my Street Faction stuff that I've gotten for the car already, from the bash bars to the seat rails, and they make a really good product. So I went ahead and picked up one of their shift knobs. It's a full CNC metal shift knob, looks really nice. They got a couple different thread options depending on what car you're putting it in. And then for the top piece that goes up there, they make a couple different options. They've got a 6-speed pattern, which is what I went with. They also make a 5-speed pattern and a Street Faction logo. So you can kind of have your pick there and do a little bit of customization. And then fire protection. So any track car needs a fire extinguisher in there, and I like that this mounts in there without having to drill into like the trans tunnel or anything like that. It just mounts up to the 2 holes that hold the seat down. Nice powder coated piece like everything else they make, and then the fire extinguisher can mount on there. So 2 orders of business before we get started today. First of all, we need to grab a fire extinguisher that fits into that mount. So I'm gonna run over to Lowe's and pick up one of those. And secondly, I need to go to Starbucks because I am exhausted. We had a really short week at work with the holiday, and I was doing like 5 days of work in 2.5 days. So need to get some coffee, wake up. Let's take care of that and we'll be right back. So I got the fire extinguisher at Lowe's. I was a little bit worried when I was there that it was gonna be too big for the car, but it was their smallest one. It did fit in the bracket, so I figured I'd check it out. But I got it in the car and I think it's just perfect. So it's not mounted up or anything yet, but you can see it sitting in front of the seat here. I think it fits in the car pretty well. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the fire extinguisher, work on getting that bracket mounted up, but I'm excited to get this in the car here. So I've been looking at the fire extinguisher in the car, sitting with it on the bracket, trying to figure out kind of which way to orient it. And I'm thinking having it this way with kind of the nozzle facing back and this latch closer to me makes the most sense. So that way if I'm reaching over from the driver's seat over here, this is easy to kind of flip up should I ever need it. And then it just protects this from getting hit, which I would assume is a good thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this bracket off that mounts to this bracket, screw it in with the hardware that Street Faction gives you, and then we'll mount up the 2 bolts, and that'll be that. Fire extinguisher mount is mounted to the bracket. So if you see here, there's like 3 different columns of like slots you can put it in. So I decided to mount it on like the innermost one. You can see there, and just 2 bolts on there. But yeah, I put it on the innermost one just because I figured it would tuck it closest to the seat, keep it most out of the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull these bolts out of the seat here, get this mounted up, and that guy will be done. Got everything tightened down. That thing is in there. I'm super impressed. Like obviously it's, you know, bolted in there pretty good, but it's not going anywhere. Looks nice and stealth under there. It's not gonna interfere with like the passenger's feet or anything like that. Another cool thing for anyone who has like a full interior in their car is I kept the floor mat in here, and it can be pulled out from underneath the bracket. There's just like a slight amount of space there, which is cool if you're trying to vacuum out the car and keep it clean. So overall, super stoked on that. Definitely would recommend this piece. It's a nice way to mount the fire extinguisher. It doesn't have to be drilled in anywhere, and it's relatively inexpensive. So definitely check that out if you're looking for a fire extinguisher mount. All right, time to get this old shift knob out of here. Should just spin off. With the old shift knob off, the Street Faction one can go on, and it comes with a threaded kind of insert, which I'm assuming they just use different ones for different manufacturers so that the shift knob fits all these different cars. See if the camera will pick it up. So there's kind of like a flat machined side like that. I couldn't get that side to thread into this, so I'm assuming that goes down on this threaded part. Now if I'm installing this wrong, someone please in the comment section let me know, but so far it seems like it's gonna work. And there's also kind of like indentations on the top of it here that I think would like help you tighten it on there. But as far as I can tell, it just goes like this, and then we will try to thread that guy on. Trying to do it one-handed with my left hand, and I am definitely not left-handed. There we go. Just keep spinning that down. And just get snug on there. Boom. So I think it just goes like that. That thing could stay up like that. And with the shift knob on, we can throw in the little top part here. That should just drop in. Let's see. Yep, just pushes in like that. Beautiful. Yeah, you can kind of see it there, but I will definitely grab some better shots of it here in a sec. Looking so damn good in here. Fire extinguisher tucked under there, shift knob. Whew, boys. Nice view from the driver's seat. Really liking the overall feel of this shift knob. Feels super good in hand. With it being metal, I'm a little scared what summer in California is going to be like, but we'll figure that out when we get there. Super stoked on how this looks. So like you guys just saw, that fire extinguisher mount and shift knob from Street Faction are both super easy installs. I would say it took me probably like an hour max to do both of those. So really easy, a nice touch for the interior. And I think that really wraps up like everything I had planned for the interior of the 350Z, other than possibly doing a stereo at some point here in the future. But I'm so stoked with how it turned out. Everything came together super nicely. So let me show you guys with a quick edit. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that edit, seeing what the interior looks like all coming together. And I just cannot get over how good it looks. I am so hyped. It's one of those things that like you have a vision for how something you want it to turn out, and to see it all come to fruition and turn out like even better than I had expected is just always really rewarding. So I hope you guys like it as much as I do. But that's gonna wrap it up for this week's video. Got a few more things coming for the 350Z, power steering cooler, oil cooler, a few like engine like preventative maintenance type things, and we're gonna be hitting the track here super soon. I'm starting to try to figure out when I can get out there, but it's coming, and I am super hyped, you guys. I can't even begin to tell you. But thank you once again for joining us. Look forward to seeing you guys next week. Until then, peace out.